Hey everybody, and welcome back, or welcome if you're new. Today we have a brand new What's for Dinner, including some kid-friendly dinner ideas. I hope that these ideas give you inspiration for the week ahead, and if you're not already, I would love it if you hit that subscribe button down below. I do What's for Dinners, crockpot meals, cleaning, motherhood, lifestyle related videos. So if that interests you, make sure that you hit that red subscribe button as well as the notification bell, and YouTube will notify you every single time I post a brand new video. In today's What's for Dinner, I'm sharing 4 dinner ideas, and make sure that you stay tuned until the end because I will be sharing a little cinnamon roll DIY shortcut hack with you. Without further ado, we are going to hop into the first dinner idea. If you have picky eaters on your hands, this one is a sure win. My kids absolutely love this. They're fans of pizza and they're fans of grilled cheese sandwiches, so we put them together and we made a pizza grilled cheese. So all you'll need for this is some pepperoni, some bread. You'll also need some kind of cheese. We are just using Colby and Monterey Jack. You could use mozzarella if that's what you have. And you will need some kind of pizza or pasta sauce of some kind for dipping. So we had this piece of jar of spaghetti sauce sitting in the refrigerator, so that's what we're going to use for our dipping sauce, and that's pretty much all you're going to need. So we prefer to shred our own cheese, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and shred that up. To make this a little bit easier, you could use slices or even the pre-shredded bag kind, but this is what we have on hand, so this is what we are working with. And then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take a stick of butter and coat my pan really well with that. You want to make sure that you get lots of butter. That's what's going to make your sandwiches really good. So next I'm going to take some cheese and place that onto my bread. I'm going to put a layer of pepperoni, and then we are going to grill this up exactly like a grilled cheese sandwich. In a separate bowl, I'm going to pour out a little bit of the pasta sauce, and we're going to serve that on the side with our sandwiches. And you just take the sandwich and you dip it into the sauce. These are bomb, and like I said, the kids absolutely loved these. We actually ended up having to make more than what we initially made because they loved them so good. So huge hit with the kids. So if you have picky eaters, definitely give this a try. And then for the adults, you can add a little bit of peppers and onions into yours and make it more of like a supreme pizza grilled cheese kind of thing. But yeah, that is our pizza grilled cheese. So the next dinner idea is our take on a breakfast stromboli. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to brown up about a ½ pound of mild Italian ground sausage, and I'm just going to get that browned through. After I have my sausage browned through, I'm going to take a bag of this Great Value brand of basically the potatoes O'Brien, just a mix of potatoes, peppers, and onions, and I'm going to take about half of that bag and pour that into my skillet. And we're just going to give that a stir and kind of let those potatoes and onions and peppers thaw out. In a separate bowl, I'm going to scramble some eggs. I think I did about 6 eggs here. And then we are going to pour that into the skillet. Alright, so the next thing you want to do is you want to take some pizza crust, and We are using this pizza crust because Walmart gave us this on a substitution of something else that we had ordered, and so we were trying to find different ways to use this, and we had 3 cans of this to use. So we're going to take 1 can and we're going to roll that out onto a cookie sheet pan, and we're going to stretch that as far as we can get it. I think I did it almost to the size of the pan, and you want to get it as big as you can without tearing your dough. You can see that my dough ended up with a hole in it, but I did fix that at the end. Okay, so once we have it stretched as far as we can get it stretched, we're going to take that sausage, egg, and potato mixture, and we're going to put that on one side of the dough. And then we're going to take the other side and fold it over, and then pinch the edges together, make sure everything is nice and tucked, and then we are going to bake this in the oven at 425 for about 20 minutes. We got ours just a little bit tad overdone, but overall it was still really delicious. It just seemed a little bit dry. I think next time I will add in just a little bit of cheese, and that will fix that problem. And this was really good also with syrup drizzled on top. Alright, so this next meal is not healthy at all, but we just needed some fried food on this night, so that's what we did. So we're going to be frying some fish. We got some fried green beans, a side salad, and some baked potatoes. So we're going to start with the fresh green beans first. After I washed them and cut them and everything, I just took some pancake batter and I coated them in the pancake batter. You can use whatever kind of pancake mix you use. We used a premix from Sam's Club, and then once we have them coated in that pancake mixture, we are going to coat them in some flour and then fry them up. These are also a really quick and easy appetizer idea. They were really good. On the side, we also made some baked potatoes. So I just have 4 potatoes that we coated in some olive oil and salt, and we're gonna put those in the air fryer at 400 for about 20 minutes. We started them on 10 minutes, but they ended up needing an additional 10. So 20 minutes total for those potatoes. So now on to the fish. We have some whiting here that we got from Walmart, and we're doing the same thing that we did with those green beans. We are just coating it with some pancake batter, and we're gonna dip it in some flour. We do have just a little bit of cornmeal mixed in with that flour, and then we just took and deep fried it in some oil, and that was pretty much it for this dinner. We just had our fish with our green beans, baked potato, we have butter and sour cream, and our side salad on there I have some chia seeds and our refrigerator pickles. So not the healthiest dinner, but like I said, sometimes we just need fried food in our life. And then the very last meal, it was Friday night, and my kids love cheeseburgers. And I know that these burger patties are probably so unhealthy, but they're also really convenient. We just made up a few of those, topped them with some cheese, and had burgers and fries. But that was pretty much it for that dinner. Really easy. Like I said, it was Friday night. We just wanted something quick and easy. So on to the very last thing. We are gonna make these semi-homemade cinnamon rolls out of some pizza dough. Like I said, we had about 3 cans of this pizza dough to use, so we were looking for every kind of way that we could use it. You're just gonna take your can, go ahead and open it, and we are gonna stretch it out as far as we can get it. The next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take some margarine, you can use butter, whatever you want to use, and we're gonna spread that all over the pizza dough. So in a little container, we already had some cinnamon and sugar mixed together. So we're just gonna sprinkle that all over the top of the margarine. And I made sure to sprinkle it pretty generously so that we could get that flavor. Alright, and then we're just going to take and roll it up, and then we're going to cut them, and that is how the cinnamon rolls came together. Next, I'll show you guys how we made our homemade icing. And we just want to make sure that they are nice and evenly spread apart in the pan. And then we're going to bake those at 400 for about 10 to 15 minutes. In a separate bowl, we are going to take about a half a block of cream cheese. This is what we had in the refrigerator. We were really just trying to use things up in our fridge. So we have a half a block of cream cheese, and we're going to take a little bit of powdered sugar. I didn't measure. You can just put in as much as you want until you get it as sweet as you want. So start with a little and then just keep adding if you think that it needs more. I'm going to add in just a little tiny splash of some vanilla, and we're going to go ahead and get that mixed. And I did have to end up adding in just a little splash of milk. And this is about the consistency that we wanted. Not too thick, not too thin. And at this point you could taste it to see if you need a little bit more sweetness, and if you do, go ahead and add in some more of your powdered sugar. But that is pretty much it. That is how we made our semi-homemade cinnamon rolls. I hope you guys enjoyed this What's for Dinner. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you did, and also if you're new here, I would love if you hit that subscribe button. Like I said, I do post What's for Dinners, I do crock pot meals, I do motherhood and lifestyle related videos, so any of that interests you, please hit that subscribe button. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.